Hi there, my name's Matthew Wesley, and I'm here in India and would like to talk to you about my experience with cosmetic surgery. Um, all of us, no matter how handsome or beautiful, have little things about ourselves that we'd like to change, and for me that was the case. I was in India a few months back on a work trip, and I had about a week off between one engagement and another, and thought I would try at least looking into addressing some of the things that I wanted to change about myself. And so I scratched around the internet to see what the landscape looked like, interviewed a couple of doctors, and when I met Dr. Rajat Gupta, I knew within minutes that he was the surgeon for me. And so I made the decision there on the spot to go ahead and have a procedure that I'd been thinking about for some time. I didn't specifically decide to come to India to do the procedure. I was already here and had the free time. What I found, though, was that Dr. Rajat Gupta, the medical staff, the entire experience was far beyond my expectations. So in my first meeting with Dr. Gupta, when I first met him and made the decision to go with him as my surgeon, I knew he was the right guy based on three things that came to mind that I noticed straight away. One was that he knew what he was talking about, very knowledgeable on the procedure, and was referencing other cases that he had done and connecting those to my situation, which put me at ease. He was very methodical in how he talked about the procedure, walking me through it, and finally I noticed that his demeanor was generally calm and confident. Three things that you absolutely want in a surgeon, or at least I did. And so our preoperative meeting, we went over the plan. He talked about what he would be doing, what I should expect. I think it's only fair that you have an honest conversation with your surgeon about having expectations that are realistic. After the surgery, we stayed in touch, followed up regularly, which gave me some sense of confidence that I was on the right track and that I had made the right decision. So for my first procedure, I happened to do it by chance. As I said, I was in India for work, I had some downtime, and just got to thinking about it and found Dr. Gupta very serendipitously. I've since had a second procedure with him, which was not by chance, that was by choice, because I was so impressed with him, his skills, the results, and the overall experience. I'm now back for my third procedure, again by choice, and this time having much more confidence in the decision and the process. You know, when you come to India and you see the hustle and bustle and the chaos on the street, if you're from the West, you do wonder, what does this mean in terms of medical procedures and efficacy and cleanliness and protocol and all of these things that would go through your mind. But when you go from the street into one of the facilities where Dr. Gupta operates, it's like going into another world. Immediately you're transported into a facility that seems as though it would be in the West, could be in California or New York or Washington, D.C. And that is true for Fortis La Femme. It's true for his Skinnovation Clinic in Modeltown, as well as Excel Medical Center. So I travel quite extensively for work. I could have my cosmetic procedures done in any of the world's major cities: Los Angeles, San Francisco, LA, Dubai, Singapore, Shanghai, others. And certainly here in India, there's a cost advantage relative to those other metropolitan areas. But I would never make a decision about a cosmetic procedure on the basis of cost alone. After all, this is my body. I'm not looking for cost savings. I'm looking for quality, excellence, and value. And with Dr. Gupta, as you can see on his website, all of the prices are posted. It's entirely transparent. He charges the same thing to local patients as well as international ones. And there are absolutely no hidden costs. In fact, he goes out of his way to make sure that that's the case. Should say a few words about the experience in Delhi. First, noting that it's the capital city of one of the two most populous countries in the world. So there's a lot going on here. The hustle and bustle of the street, the chaos, the color, the vibrancy can be overwhelming at times, particularly if it's your first trip. But if you come with that in mind and you expect it and you know what you're getting into, then you'll roll with it and you have a wonderful experience while you're here. You may have to plan for a bit of extra time on the road due to the traffic, but take that time to look out the window and see all of the wonderful things happening around you. If you're considering Dr. Gupta, I highly recommend him. I think you'll be more than satisfied. He'll exceed your expectations. And if you do come, I wish you all the best in your own journey.